Oops. Oh, crap. Hey, guys, a little help. Hey, guys. Guys? Oh, wait, I think I got it. Oh, yeah, totally. No, never mind.
It's time to knock about.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 1, the first ever test episode, I guess you would call this, of the Knockabout Podcast, which is a podcast where we just kind of hang out and talk about whatever we want, however we want, because it's our show and we can do what we want. Joining me here is Wade Copson, or ranging, no. What's the word? From Australia. Something from Australia.
Upside down from Australia. I should turn my camera upside down so that it's in sync with everyone else in your country.
You should. You're actually in the future right now because it's tomorrow. It's Sunday morning at like
11 a.m. Yeah.
Almost 11 a.m. Yeah. And also joining us is Mr. Bryan Thayer from California.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey, you betcha.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Nova Scotia.
Oh, yeah.
That's what California is about.
Okay.
Oh, man. So this podcast, like I said, is just kind of us hanging out and talking about whatever we want. That's the idea, is just a bunch of geeks sitting down and chatting about life.
Yeah.
Chatting about?
Jacking about?
Dude, no,
Jacking
none of
about
that.
tacos? What?
Dude, don't even go into the tacos thing, because I started juicing this week.
Juicing tacos.
Weekend, and that's disgusting. And I immediately, I woke up this morning, I was like, all right, today is day 1 of juicing. I go on vacation on Thursday. I'm going to pig out when I'm on vacation, so I need to eat well before I go. I woke up this morning and I was immediately craving pizza, and that's all I want. And I think I'm going to go get Domino's tonight.
Wade, have you experienced the pleasure of having a In-N-Out burger?
Yes,
when
I
you're in
have.
California?
Yes, I have. Oh my gosh.
Wade and I have talked about this. Like every time Wade and I talk, it's In-N-Out always comes up.
And what are your 3 words to describe your experience?
I just hear the sound effect of Homer going. But
like Homer, or is it like a velociraptor?
Yeah, like the 3 times that I've been to America, I've never had Taco Bell, and
really?
I'm really upset with myself because I love Mexican, and you can't really get any Mexican in Australia, really. It's like
however,
Tex-Mex.
Taco Bell is not Mexican.
But
Taco Bell is not Mexican.
well, then
I mean,
maybe
they
I'm
even
not
admit
missing
it. You
much.
walk into a Taco Bell. No, well, I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, you walk into Taco Bell and there's a big poster that says Mexican inspired.
Oh, okay.
It's like somebody went to Mexico and went, I can do that. It's not.
Just like Outback isn't really Australian.
Yes, it is. Do not kill my Outback Steakhouse. I go to Outback and I'm like, this is what it's like. This is Australia. There's a boomerang on the wall and a steak on my plate. This is every day.
It's like calling
Australia.
McDonald's a restaurant. You know, it's kind of not the same.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't even call what they serve food, though.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see how Grant Imahara is doing like Mythbusters about McDonald's food, and they just did how they do the fries?
Really?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
I don't get Mythbusters. Okay, so not that I don't get it, I mean, I understand what it is, but I have cable, finally, in my new apartment, right? So I have cable TV. I get Discovery Channel. However, Mythbusters is not on Discovery Channel almost anymore. I mean, it is every once in a while, but it's on the Science Channel.
Yeah.
I don't get the Science Channel.
The Discovery Network recently announced they got a new CEO, I believe, and he recently announced that the Discovery Channel, I don't know about the network, will be broadcasting more scientific and historical shows. So hopefully the old Discovery Channel's back very soon.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, how does Mythbusters not get into scientific shows? That's all the show is.
So that may be why they've made such a change to Mythbusters, how they're trying to go back to more the scientific principles of how things work.
Yeah. Especially I feel like their peak was like Planet Earth, and then after that it just kind of went down.
You're talking about Discovery Channel, not Mythbusters.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, it's true. I don't really watch much Discovery Channel anymore. I watch a lot of History Channel, a lot of Food Network.
Yeah.
Gotta watch Food Network.
Yeah.
History and History 2. Actually, History 2 is a really good channel. If you don't watch cable, History 2 has got some cool shows on it. Museum Men is one of my favorites right now.
Yes.
You see that, Wade?
I've
I love Museum Men.
been nefariously getting episodes of that since those channels don't actually exist in Australia.
Is Ben Stiller in that?
No, it's not Night at the Museum Men.
Oh.
It's just Museum Men. Oh, Lord. Okay, so Night at the Museum could go really wrong in some really in different museums.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of nitpicky. Like, what is it? Isn't it like a rock, or it's like, what is the thing that turns them alive? I haven't seen that movie in like ever.
Cocaine.
It's cocaine. All right. So basically, I mean, there's certain museums you don't want that happening.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I can name a few,
the I don't know if they're the Smithsonian, probably with all the Egyptian mummies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, or like any World War II museum, like somewhere around the Nazi exhibit.
Yeah.
That's where you don't want everything coming to life.
You don't want some like Nazi coming back to life and thinking the war's still going on.
Right. He comes back and goes, "Oh, yes, there you are. You and I were going to have some fun today." That's how all Germans talk in my mind.
With a schnitzel in their hand.
They all do that. With a pretzel in one hand and a schnitzel in the other. Me and Alita.
We were only having an argument about it yesterday about Nazis. Like, without Nazis, there would be no Star Wars. So
it's true.
I'm not going to say
That's
I'm not going
true.
to say they did good for some things, but I'm just saying without Star Wars, without Nazis, there'd be no Star Wars.
There'd be no Star Wars. There'd be no Producers the Musical. How did we get on the topic of Nazis?
Yeah, we are
so far,
going to get sued or something.
It's been 6.5 minutes, and so far we've gone from juicing to In-N-Out to Outback Steakhouse to Nazis. How did we get here? Oh, we were talking about, History Channel. So one thing I thought that was interesting. So wait, you don't get, what channels do you get in Australia?
No, we only get like the television shows get broadcast over here, but like 12 months later or not at all. So you have to kind of get on the internet.
But are they the same channels?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like the channels over here just pick and choose what TV shows they want to buy.
That's interesting.
Oh. So it's almost like old school syndicated television.
Yeah.
Weird. Oh, man. But you guys are getting Netflix now,
Yes,
right?
yes. They're in the progress of opening it up, yeah.
I was there's a lot of controversy surrounding like your prime minister. Oh, is it Tony Abbott?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like just shutting everything down. Like we're gonna kill the coral reefs. We're gonna stop, everyone from having internet.
Really monitor the internet and shutting down all the Pirate Bay and all the stuff like that. So
Interesting. No free internet for Australia, apparently. Interesting.
Free healthcare for kangaroos, though.
Yes. No guns and free kangaroo healthcare.
Yeah.
What's the equivalent of like Australia? You got the kangaroo. That's kind of like the most well-known animal. But I feel like for the States, what would it be? Like the bald eagle or like what?
I don't know, but I mean, like, it's kind of like, I mean, it's iconic.
Bear?
Like the kangaroo, you think of Australia. Like what? I guess the bald eagle, you think of America.
Just freedom.
The bear is California. I mean, that's on the
Because
flag.
like Canada's got what? The elk or the moose?
The moose. Yeah, Canada's moose.
Mexico's
yeah, most definitely
the
Canada's moose.
chupacabra.
Well, that's an imaginary animal, the
Yeah,
chupacabra.
but we know it's all real.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the Bigfoot.
There we go, Bigfoot for the state. I
But
mean,
like
that's
the Bigfoot is in
North
like
America.
the manual for like the park rangers of all the animals.
Is it?
Yeah, because I was watching a doco about Bigfoot and I'm like, holy crap.
It's really just John Denver, He's just lost in the woods after the plane crash.
We've just aptly named him
Yeah.
Bigfoot. So it's the end of January currently. It's January something, January 23rd, 24th today, as we're actually recording this. It won't release till January 30th, I think. However, the Oscars are coming up, and us being film geeks, at least I consider myself a film geek. I'm pretty sure Wade's a film geek, and I'm pretty sure so is Bryan.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen, 3 or 4, I think, out of the nominated films. But I'm curious as to see what you guys, who you think you will win. Like, what are your predictions?
Like Best Picture? Or?
Best Picture.
I honestly, it probably is not my choice, but I think Boyhood's going to win it.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, just from the sheer scale and just how it's never been done, probably won't be done ever again. Like I think
it's true.
I think that would probably take the cake. But in my personal opinion, I think Whiplash deserves Best Picture. I just watched it last night and it blew me away.
It's that good. All right. So if anybody doesn't know, so the nominated films are American Sniper, Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. I guess that's the full title. I thought it was just called Birdman.
Mm-hmm.
Boyhood, The Grand Budapest Hotel, The Imitation Game, Selma, The Theory of Everything, and Whiplash. Interesting. Now, out of these, I've only seen American Sniper, Imitation Game, Grand Budapest, and that's it. I've got a bunch of movies to watch.
It's been a pretty good year, I think. I mean, probably not one of the best years, but there's been some very like unique indie movies that came out that are and, like I think that half that list is indie movies, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It feels super indie.
Yeah.
Which is something I was actually hearing about, is that the Academy was kind of freaking out that they weren't going to have a lot of viewers this year for the Oscars, specifically because there's not really any big name movies that are nominated for Best Picture. So they've pumped like an additional like $15 million into the production, the production, to get people to start watching.
Yeah, it seems like a good plan.
Well, hopefully. I mean, who's hosting? Is it MPH? Who's hosting? I don't remember.
I forgot.
Who is hosting? Let's type it in. Google, or should we do Siri? Let's see. Let's see if Siri can do it. Let's see. Who's hosting the 2015 Oscars?
I'm sorry, Josh. I don't know when the 2015 Academy Awards will take place.
You are lame, Siri. How do you not know when it'll take place? I said who's hosting. Whatever.
Oh,
okay.
It's Neil Patrick Harris? No.
Yeah, so it isn't. Isn't it MPH?
I think so.
Yeah.
2015 Oscar host,
pretty sure.
Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah, it's MPH. I thought so.
Thank
so
God.
That's interesting. Yeah, he'll do a good job. Who was last year?
Wasn't it Amy
don't
Poehler?
remember.
No.
Did she host the Oscars last year? Did I even watch the Oscars last year? 24. Oh, it was Ellen. That's right. It was Ellen, and she had the pizza delivered and did all the selfie stuff.
Oh,
and there was like
yeah.
all
Oh,
this,
yeah.
all
Remember
the
that.
big deal about the selfie. I remember that. Okay. Yeah. Ellen did a good job. Do you think? Okay. So who do you think will do better, Ellen or MPH?
MPH.
Do you think MPH?
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think, Wade?
Yeah, I reckon he'll do the really big song and dance at the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think he'll be anything like Seth MacFarlane when he hosted?
I think he'll
Because Seth
be.
MacFarlane was all.
I reckon he'll be more like when old Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah. When your fellow Australian took over the Oscars.
Oh, you know what the worst one was? James Franco and what's her name? Was it Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, they did that together, didn't they?
Did they host it together?
Yeah,
That's right.
And he
they
was just like
did.
high the whole time or something.
Yeah, it was awful. I vaguely remember that being really bad.
Yeah.
Like really, really bad. Interesting. All right. So other than Best Picture, favorite movie of 2014? Bryan, go.
Does it have to be like what I think is gonna win, or just my personal favorite?
No, just personal favorites.
I really liked Interstellar, but I also really liked Grand Budapest.
Those are two solid.
I think from a sheer like spectacle of something that has not come out for a very long time, and just like Nolan's scope of every movie, it just seems to get.
I was like, are you talking about Interstellar or Grand
No,
Budapest?
Interstellar. Like, I don't know how Nolan can come up with some of these things. I'm sure, like, he had help with that physicist. But man, I just really enjoyed a space movie like that, and I think I want more. So
I agree. I loved Interstellar.
Yeah.
Wade, favorite 2014? 2014? Favorite?
I would like to see Birdman win, but a movie that.
Oh yeah, we kind of skipped over that on you and me on how we thought.
But
Whatever, keep
a
going,
movie
sorry.
that just messed with your head was a movie called Predestination.
oh yeah,
Yeah, man, watching that.
Ethan Hawke, right?
Yeah, and then right at the
Yeah.
very end, and you're like, what?
Why do I not know? Oh, the Ethan Hawke movie.
Yeah,
I've seen
the
some stuff on
Spearig
this.
brothers as the directors. Two indie Australian guys that started off doing zombie movies.
He's a time traveler, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's a cop.
Like the trailers made it look like it was
Oh.
going to be like Time Cop meets, you know.
Okay, so that's why I haven't seen it, because it doesn't come out in the U.S. until I mean it just came out in the U.S. January 9th.
Okay. It's
But
been
yeah, the
sitting on
initial-
a shelf for like a year, I think.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm so up in the air with Ethan Hawke because he makes really good movies and he makes really crappy choices every once in a
I
while.
really want to
So I'm always
see that
like,
movie that you were telling me about with all the GoPros strapped to the car.
Oh, what the hell was that? Getaway? Was that called Getaway? Yeah, it's the funniest freaking thing with GoPros ever, because it's like it's obvious that they're shooting with the GoPro camera, but then and I mean they even stole the beeps the GoPro camera makes when it turns on and off for the film. However, whenever you see the car, there's not a GoPro to be found. It's like these weird lipstick futuristic I mean, it's like I don't know, could they not get rights or something? But there's at least like 15 of them all over this car. It's hilarious.
It's a cool
I don't
idea,
know.
though, that they sort of tie it into the film so that they don't need to worry about showing the camera.
Yeah. Well, and the movie in general, even like not using the camera as like the way, because the whole premise of the movie is it's Ethan Hawke's driving and he's being watched, and the car's got cameras all over it. So like he can't make a move without somebody seeing. But they used the GoPro camera in just production.
No way.
So like during the chases and stuff, they'd attach it next to the wheels and and that kind of stuff. And it's not the first one to do it, but I mean it was a fairly major deal. I mean, I want to say that was in theaters, and the GoPro camera was used pretty highly. Like, it wasn't just cut to shots. You know, it wasn't that really crappy cut to shot in The Hobbit where all of a sudden it was like
Oh
GoPro
my
and then back to Red Epic.
There was a GoPro shot in The Hobbit?
Yeah, in the Distillation of Smog.
Yeah.
During the barrel scene, it
In
cuts
the
to
water,
a GoPro shot in the water.
No way.
It's super obvious. It's like Red Epic, 48 frames, GoPro. Red Epic, 48 frames. It was like, why was that there? It was like you cut to bad news footage suddenly in the middle of The Hobbit. It was just weird.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked terrible. It looked absolutely awful. Favorite movie? I haven't answered any of these questions. What's my favorite movie of 2014? That's a tough one. Interstellar's probably on the top of that list. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Interstellar. I literally walked out of that movie just kind of like jaw dropped. Was one of the best movies I think I've ever seen ever.
Yeah.
It's so good. And there's stuff that I was thinking about afterwards that, like, when you mull the movie over, there's like more stuff that pops up that's like, oh, that's what that was. Oh, and that's what that was. Like their ship. Have you seen Interstellar? Wade?
No, I haven't.
All right, no spoilers. We'll keep this spoiler free. However, the ship that's on the poster, the big circular thing with like all the different rectangular bays, and it's on the poster. It's a clock, and the whole movie deals with time, and it's like hidden that ship is actually it's a clock. It rotates clockwise. It's got 12 numbers on it, and they dock at different like hours on the thing. It's brilliant. Like there's little things hidden throughout the entire film that just make me. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah.
I love it.
I remember when I saw 2001 in college. You know, it was great. Like the shots were amazing. It was an amazing movie. And then I kind of got that feeling with Interstellar, you know?
It's very 2001 A Space Odyssey. And it's interesting because it was shot on film.
Yeah.
The way they graded the footage and everything, it looked like a film from the 1970s.
Yeah, it
and
definitely did.
Nolan... Yeah, oh yeah. And Nolan himself even, it was an interview, I think I sent it to you, Bryan. It was an interview with him and the physicist or the astrologist, however you say that, who helped with the film. In that interview, he says how much he ripped off 2001 A Space Odyssey. Did we lose Bryan? Bryan?
Yep.
Bryan! I think we lost Bryan. Well, Bryan, I'm sure glad that you thought my comment was the best comment ever. Well, yes, Josh, I thought it was the most amazing comment ever made. Let me jump back here onto Skype and see here what's going on. Alrighty, I am recording again, and we're going. Cool. So that was weird. We lost Bryan, but now we're back.
Sorry.
Super strange. Anyway, I guess just to kind of cap that topic, my thought was Interstellar is my favorite movie of 2014, easily. However, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, God.
That's probably the worst movie of 2014, I think.
I still haven't seen it, but I feel like I need to sit down and actually watch it.
You do. It's terrible. Oh, God, is it bad?
I feel like it's just a ploy to bring back action figures.
It really is. And oh God, I mean, it's got so many things wrong with it. The only cool thing is there's like a chase scene down a mountain in the snow, and that scene was actually kind of fun, but it's still ridiculous. The whole movie is just bad. It's like, I don't even know. Like, I would rather watch the fourth Transformers than watch TMNT or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my God, it's so bad. Like, so bad.
You want to get into like what was the best shows of last year?
Yeah, I haven't been watching. So I started a few shows and I haven't kind of kept up on them. I know a show I think we've all watched though, and I think we all equally enjoy, however, is Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really like Gotham. You're watching Gotham, right, Wade?
Yeah.
Are you guys, where are you on? Are you up to date? Because I just watched the last episode, I think.
No.
Oh, Wade.
Yeah. I love the way it's shot. The colors as well. Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And it's cheesy, but it's so good. Really well done.
Very, very, very dark. I mean, I know the Batman universe is dark, but, you know, for a mainstream Fox cable show, it's pretty dark.
It's dark, but I mean, is it any darker than like, what's the Kevin Bacon one?
Oh.
The Following? The Following is really dark. The Following is like dark. Like dark. Have you seen The Following at all?
No.
So, do you know the premise of The Following?
Mm-mm.
So, The Following is based on Kevin Bacon as a cop who caught a guy. I can't remember his name in the show, but he caught a criminal who had a cult behind him, and this criminal escapes. and basically builds up a new cult who believe that basically killing other people specifically with knives is sort of a religious act to them. And they base all their work, at least in the first season, they base all their work off the writings of Edgar Allan Poe.
No way.
The first season's really good. The second season gets a little like, okay, you're trying to get this to be 3 or 4 seasons and you're pushing it. But it's dark. I mean, it's dark to the point of like they show really horrific murders. Like there's one where it's 2 guys who are in the cult and they've they're like 23, 24 years old and they've kidnapped a girl and she's in the trunk and they're just arguing, having this nonchalant conversation. They open up the trunk and they show her all tied up, and gagged and stuff, and they're just talking, and then all of a sudden one of them just turns over and starts stabbing her over and over again in the stomach, and then they just continue their conversation.
Right.
What?
And it's just super dark. It's crazy dark. And I'm shocked it was actually on normal cable television.
Well,
it's one of those things of like violence is okay, but like anything else is,
I think the epitome of that is, have you guys watched Hannibal yet?
Yes. Season 1.
Oh,
I have
man.
not watched season 2.
Because that's my number 1 show from last year is the season 2.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
See, okay, Hannibal. Have you seen Hannibal, Wade?
No, I haven't.
Oh, God. Okay,
I've stuck
Wade.
away from it.
When you get Netflix, you need to quit your job. And all you need just watch TV.
I think it's on Amazon. I don't know if it's on Netflix.
Is it not on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right. It is on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I had to buy the season in order to watch it because I don't have Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. And they made a deal. I remember reading with this. They made a deal with Amazon specifically to basically push the show through Amazon. So yeah, it's on Amazon. That's weird. Okay, forgot about that. However, Hannibal is one of my top 5 horror icons. I'm a huge horror film fan. I have to pronunciate horror because I have a tendency to say horror fan. It's just something completely different. But I'm a huge horror fan, and Hannibal's one of my favorites. So I bought season 1 sight unseen. I'd never seen the show, and it took the first 6 episodes were really hard to watch just because they were boring as hell.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it. And then it got good. When it started, because it was playing off as a procedural police drama, and then it kind of got into oh, okay, cool. We're gonna actually get into Hannibal and the Doctor and the characters because it's all based on Red Dragon. And so it's all right, cool. We're gonna finally get into this.
If you stick with season 2, the season finale is bar none the most shocking finale I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes. And it completely changes everything about what's going to happen with the show.
Nice. Okay.
So,
I'll definitely have to check that out. Definitely, for sure. What else? What other good TV is there? I started watching American Horror Story, Freak Show. I stopped because I got really bored in the first couple episodes. It's just a theme. I get real bored. But I don't know. That show is good. It's just, they're an hour and a half long episodes now. And it's just, I don't know. Have you been watching that show at all?
I haven't.
Wade?
Nope.
Wade?
Nope.
We should start this by, Wade, what TV shows do you get?
You know what? I caught the finale of Constantine, and I need to go back and watch it from the start again.
That's one
because
show
I really
haven't watched.
enjoyed the finale. Holy cow, man!
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I love Constantine, the character, and that's one show I haven't gotten into yet.
Yeah.
My wife is watching The Flash without me, which is sad, but I'm sort of proud about that she chooses to watch The Flash at the same time.
The night before, I watched all 3 episodes of Agent Carter, and I really dug that.
Yeah, I've watched all 3 of those.
Because of the timeline, the time period, and yeah.
Well, here's what I'm curious. Have you watched Agent Carter, Bryan?
Is that the Captain America spinoff?
Yep.
No, I have not.
Okay. Have you seen the short film, the Agent Carter short film that's attached to Iron Man 3?
No. I just found out about Agent Carter during the Golden Globes.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so it's not spoilers or anything because it's kind of the namesake of the short film. But attached to the Blu-ray of Iron Man 3 is they always do the Marvel shorts. Marvel short somethings. What are they called?
One-shots.
One-shots. Thank you. And the one shot is Agent Carter and how she becomes the head of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
Basically. And that's the one shot attached to Iron Man 3. Now, the Agent Carter TV series is before she's become the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm wondering where this is going to go. It's only, a 6-part miniseries, and then it's over. It's not like a normal TV show. It's here for 6 episodes or whatever it is, and then it's done.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's only an interim because it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is off air until February.
Okay.
And so it's kind of the interim. It'll be back this week, next week, and the week after, and then I think it's gone. And then S.H.I.E.L.D. picks up again in its time slot Tuesday nights. And it's just like, well, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s going to be off the air for winter break. Let's throw Agent Carter in because Agent Carter was showing up in flashbacks on S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
Oh.
So they're like trying to tie everything in, I think. But what I'm curious about are they going to change the short film? So like, is the end of Agent Carter going to be an extended version of the short film that's already been done? Because it's before she's the head of S.H.I.E.L.D., so what's going to happen? Or are they going to give it its own time slot? Is this going to become its own TV show now? You know what I mean? Like it was an idea for a miniseries, and now it's going to be a TV show. I'm really curious as to see what happens with this. But Bryan, you need to check out Carter. It's good.
Yeah, I probably should. I have a guilty pleasure for Arrow.
Oh, I haven't. Okay, so I know Wade has watched Arrow, and you're watching Arrow. I haven't seen Arrow.
Yeah.
So like we're going around and around, and like none of us have seen one show.
Yeah, I mean, no spoilers, but like, I mean, it's a CW show. It's super cheesy, and the production values are okay. I just like the tie-ins with all the other DC characters that they can actually show, and it just got really interesting. Wade, you've been watching it?
Yeah, man, I'm a bit behind. I didn't even finish last season.
Oh, really?
So I really need to, yeah.
Well, I know from reading in the news that the Flash is in Arrow, right? Like they're crossing those characters.
Yeah, the shows are kind of on at the same time, so they kind of allow each other to play off one another.
I'm wondering if they're going to cross Gotham.
I don't think so.
Because it's on a different network too.
Yeah.
Well, but it's still Warner Brothers though. It's just Fox doesn't actually produce Gotham, I guess. It's Warner Brothers producing it and Fox is the distributor.
Yeah, it just feels like DC's they hold Batman pretty close to the chest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Batman and Superman are the flagship DC characters. Well, but then we've got Supergirl coming.
Yeah, that was just announced. The actress
that'll be
playing
interesting.
Supergirl.
Yeah, it's one of the girls from Game of Scones, right? Or Game of Scones, Game of Thrones.
Game of Scones.
Okay. Side note about Game of Scones. I worked on a short film called Game of Scones, so now I always say Game of Scones as opposed to Game of Thrones. Anyway, side note.
Apply the butter to the scone.
Actually, it's really funny. If it ever actually comes out, they haven't released it yet. You have to check it out. It's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
It's pretty well done. So. I was doing audio on that show, so it's pretty cool. The Supergirl would be interesting because that's always kind of been super cheesy to me. Like the notion of Supergirl, like it's Superman's cousin, and I'm like, really? Okay, we're gonna take it there. That's weird. Like I don't know.
How did she get to Earth?
I don't know. I know no backstory about other than that she's Superman's cousin.
Interesting.
Our resident comic book genius is Wade. So
okay.
No idea.
No idea. All right.
I'll do some research and come back next time.
Nice. There we go. Okay. So
But talking about guilty pleasures, I really enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy.
I freaking love Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, man.
So good.
Probably my second favorite movie last year.
I was waiting for the Indiana Jones theme to kick in or the Paramount logo to start up right at the beginning bit. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like Indiana Jones meets Star Wars, and it's delicious and amazing. I freaking love that movie.
You know what the best part is? Just the 70s music, like especially the opening song. Just watching him just like enjoy the hell out of like that cave and like kill the monsters and no worry in the world. Just like listen to the music and
using a space lizard as a microphone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good. Now on that same note though, why can't I think of his name? Chris Pine, right? No, Chris Pine's Star Trek. Chris Evans is Captain America. Chris Pratt. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like, which Chris is this? Chris Pratt, the bar was raised so high with Guardians, right? That the trailer for Jurassic Park, he looks awful in this movie. Like, oh God. Just the whole, the line of it depends on what kind of dinosaur they cooked up in that lab. I was like, oh God. Come on with
It's
that.
a cool shot, him on the motorcycle with the raptors running past him.
I give you that. That at the end is awesome. It's like man and dinosaur working together. Like that was super cool. However, just that line with the dinosaur and then like the elevator opening shot with him and the mustache. Like I was just I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Sam Neill come back too.
Oh man.
Yeah. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that movie.
I am super worried about that movie.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I mean, the one good thing I guess is I don't remember who's directing it, but he put out either on Twitter or somewhere after the trailer came out and everyone was kind of in uproar that the gate was all CG.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. We did the gate for the trailer. There is a real gate.
Yeah, it's not done yet.
So I was very pleased that a lot of the CG stuff may be just for the trailer and that they are going to do a lot of practical.
Hopefully the acting was just for the trailer too.
They were like, all right, guys, we need to shoot a trailer.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your acting. Consider this a rehearsal. Let's just go.
Just do your Guardian spiel and we'll bring it back to how you act.
All right, do you have a mixtape we could put in this? Come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Did you
God.
like all the? I'm going to sound so old. All the young kids, like the kids that are teenagers now, kicked up such a stink about all this old music in Guardians of the Galaxy that they didn't enjoy the movie
Really?
because it was old music and it wasn't Taylor Swift and it wasn't
well-
dubstep.
Oh,
Like,
God.
what the-
Whatever. Go away.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, I wasn't
That
born in the
happened?
70s, but I still enjoyed the music. you
Yeah, I mean,
know?
I wasn't either. I was born in 86, so come on.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know there was a bunch of,
Yeah.
like, cloud. Uh-oh. My cats are waking up. Oh, no. I just saw, like, a beast arise from the corner of my left eye. Like,
Attack
what's
of the
happening?
Cats.
Yeah, Jurassic Park. I don't know. So since we're on this topic, most anticipated movies of 2015? Anybody?
Let me look what's coming out.
It's so bad you don't even know what's coming out.
What year is it?
Avengers, Star Wars, Jurassic World, Mad
Yeah.
Max Fury Road. That trailer looks awesome.
Holy balls. Mad Max Fury Road. Yes, please. Yes,
But
yes.
but nothing in the world is going to be better than Terminator Genesis.
I think we need to get a new person for this podcast after that line.
I think
Really?
50 Shades of Grey, really. I mean, come on.
Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
I didn't know.
I love Hot Tub Time Machine 1.
Yeah, it's-
This one looks no John Cusack. It just I'm scared.
You have failed to say what is obviously going to be the best picture of 2015. George Lucas's Strange
Oh,
Magic.
God. You know, it's not even worth mentioning.
Come
you know what I
on.
was going to talk about was that we had such a brief trailer, but Tomorrowland. Do you remember that trailer?
Tomorrowland
Yeah.
looks so good.
Yeah.
Well, and it's Brad Bird. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like everything Brad Bird does, he does
Incredibles.
it so well.
Yep.
Mission Impossible.
Oh God, everything, just everything. Iron Giant, The Incredibles, Mission Impossible, Ratatouille. I mean, it's all so good. Oh,
Yeah.
I love Brad Bird.
There's a Magic Mike 2 coming out.
Yes, there is. Unfortunately,
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
there's our one. There's the one F word for this episode. Aptly placed, I might add.
Oh, Pitch Perfect 2. That's oh, I'm so excited for that one.
Okay, I have never seen Pitch Perfect. What is all this hype of Pitch Perfect?
You have to watch Pitch Perfect.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
That? Okay. No.
It's like, it's got that Mean Girls vibe to it, but it's real good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch Pitch Perfect, apparently.
You guys, what are we talking about? Star Wars is coming out.
Duh. Dude,
That is it right there.
done. Handled.
Yeah.
Come on. Three
Hunger
lightsabers
Games.
in one. Three
Oh,
lightsabers in one.
Jupiter Rising. Or Jupiter Ascending.
Ascending.
Holy shit, man. The movie that's been on the shelf for like 5 years.
Yeah. I don't know, though. It's the Wachowskis. I don't know.
We were only talking about them last night. Are they now called the Wachowski siblings? Because there was a period there where they were called the Wachowski Starship.
What?
Did you hear that?
Really?
No.
I thought they were the Wachowski brothers. They become the Wachowski Starship for a little while.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. I knew that they were the Wachowski brothers from The Matrix, obviously, and then they became the Wachowskis because Larry went to Lana. So they were the Wachowski what?
Starship. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's epically strange.
You need to check out the Rock's film this year called San Andreas.
Oh,
No.
The majority of it was shot over here and like just down the road from where I live. And in the trailer where he's there driving along the road, we want to go and refilm that one scene in that same stretch of land.
What's funny about that, and it goes back to Wade when you came out. Was it last year?
Yeah.
You came out-
a year before now, yeah.
Came out to visit. So, okay, that was Wade came out to visit, not that like Wade came out. I'm not.
I came out of the closet while I was in America.
Came out of the country first.
Yes.
It's true. That's a big closet. That's bad. Okay, anyway. No, so I had mentioned to Wade that where he lives in Australia and where I was living in Southern California before I moved to Northern California looked very similar. Well, duh, because the San Andreas Fault was like 4 miles from me and they shot it down the street from you.
Yeah.
Really? Come on now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just want to watch it and to say, I know where that is. I know where that is. So yeah, so we can go back and refilm
That
those
is
scenes.
super obnoxious. Why would you not shoot San Andreas when it's 14 feet from LA and you go and you fly 7,000? That makes, I don't get. He must have been there doing another movie, or like they must have gotten a huge tax break.
They did. They got a heap of money tax. Yeah.
I would imagine
And it's weird. And it's weird because you drive along the road and it's like palm tree, gum tree. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Palm tree.
Koala
Only a tree.
hanging
You'll. There's a kangaroo falls into the crack. It's like, what's happening? Why are those in California?
Did you guys read the book The Martian?
No.
I'm super bad at reading.
Do you know that? Have either of you heard of the premise?
No.
It's a American astronaut stuck on Mars, and
Is this gonna be this is the Matt Damon movie?
yeah, I just saw it on I read the book and it was amazing. And Ridley Scott is directing it with Matt Damon.
Whoa.
That could be really good or really bad.
Yeah,
I think it's really good that there's not another biblical epic coming out.
no, but hopefully, like maybe there's a little bit of that alien horror vibe to it.
That would be really good because it's like a one-person show most of the time.
Yeah, which was pretty much Alien.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of Alien.
Alien.
No, I haven't played the game yet, Brian.
God damn it, Josh.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Brian and I almost like 5 days a week talk about video games. We both work together, so that just kind of like goes there. So I bought Alien Isolation like 2 months ago, and it's still sitting on a shelf wrapped in plastic. I have yet to open the game and play this thing. But that was because Battlefield 4 went on sale on the PlayStation Network for $12, and I've been playing that game.
That is not an excuse. Battlefield is a toy compared to this work of art. Seriously, like they nailed the aesthetic and just the atmosphere.
I'm gonna have to get it. I think I may have to cure my my pizza craving tonight and just kind of give juicing the middle finger until tomorrow. I mean, I juiced lunch. Okay, well, so here's the thing about juicing. Have you ever juiced before? Either of you?
I have a juicer, yeah.
Do you? Okay, have you ever juiced, Wade?
No, look
Okay.
at the size of me, man. No, I've never juiced before.
Oh, come on.
Shut up. Come on. No, it's in Australia. So what would you would juice like steak, right? That's what you guys do in Australia.
Koalas.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I've got a juicer. I've got a normal juicer that like spits the pulp out the back, and you just get the juice or whatever. And that's what I used to use. Well, I just bought a Ninja
That does everything, yeah.
that does like everything. And it was like this all-in-one. Like it's got the blender, it's got the cups for juicing, it's got a food processor. So we bought it. It was on sale at Costco. Costco is my bully, by the way. Costco is like the bully at lunchtime that comes and turns me upside down and shakes out all the lunch money.
Yep.
I walk into Costco and literally it's like just all of a sudden I've spent $300 and I don't know where I
Yep.
got the money and I don't know why I spent it.
Everyone has the same experience.
Yeah, it's insane. So I went to Costco and I bought this Ninja system. So this morning I made lunch, which was this juice, and so I used the blender because I made it for my wife and I. And it's not exactly juice. I mean, there's juice in it, but it's like eating ground up salad.
That sounds really gross.
It's weird. It's the texture is the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Yeah, you're not selling it, man. You're not selling it well.
But, I mean, I guess it's a lot better for you than just juicing because not only are you getting all the juices, but you're getting all the fiber and stuff from the fruit. Anyway, weird topic tangent of talking about juicing. But, so another movie that came out this year that I haven't seen and was not one of my top movies, but is supposedly done really well is Taken 3. Have you seen Taken 3 yet?
No, I want to. I want to, though.
I do. Like, it's kind of like...
I just want to see it. Yeah.
I do. That's me too. I'm kind of like, it's at that point where it's so bad it's good. Like I just want to see it. But supposedly, like the poster, big bold writing, it ends here, right? Like this is the end. This is the last bit of it. There was an article right after Taken 3 came out that said Liam Neeson said he'd be down to do Taken 4. I'm like, really? Because it all sends here. And it's the same thing with Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 7 is supposed to be the last Fast and Furious film, especially with Paul Walker's passing and all that kind of stuff. Well, there was an article that came out like a month ago that said Universal's already planning Fast and Furious 8, 9, and 10.
Of course they are.
I'm like, really? So what is with this, like, these posters of, like, this is the end, the ride ends here. Oh, except for the 4 sequels we're going to do.
This is the end of Vin Diesel's baldness.
Right, exactly.
He will have hair.
The Rock just takes over
in Fast and the Furious 8. Yeah, no, that's probably what it's going to be, actually, is it's probably going to turn into spy films. Or the spy hunter films that never happened with The Rock. Maybe that's what Fast and Furious will turn into. But
I forgot. Nightcrawler was this year.
Oh yeah,
Nightcrawler was this year. I haven't seen Nightcrawler.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he did great. I think it was a really great performance, but it just didn't grab me. I think it was a little too hyped.
Okay.
I think Wade's exactly the opposite. Although Wade might have
I'm
a
a
little
news
bit
cameraman, so I guess
Yeah.
I kind of
I say Wade's got an occupational bias towards this.
Yeah. Although another one of those movies this year, The Equalizer, was one of those movies that I just really enjoyed as just.
Well,
a
but you have a bias
spectacular-
towards that because you are a nighttime vigilante as well.
His whiteness helps.
Yeah. One movie I really want to see is John Wick with Keanu
I
Reeves.
want to see that so
The
bad.
trailer
People
looked so good.
People are saying it's really good. I'm like so surprised by that.
Yeah, me too. Like it was kind of like, oh God, Keanu, really? But then everyone's like, no, this is Keanu Reeves' comeback. Like this is his film that's going to bring him back. And I'm like, all right, maybe. But it's got a lot of hype. I haven't seen it yet though, so we'll see.
Every time I think of Keanu Reeves, I think about like, okay, he goes to make a movie, and then after the movie, he just goes back to that park bench eating like popcorn. You know? And
Is he
then
Walt Disney?
he gets like a call from like some producer or an agent, and they're just like, hey, I got this great script for you. And he's like, okay. I guess I'll do it.
No, it's just every script he reads, he's like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Mean Girls 2.
Whoa. I can't not do this.
I tell you what, earlier in the year, A Million Ways to Die in the West, I died in the cinema laughing at that.
Really? I went and saw that.
I loved it, man.
That was my first. Okay, so I moved to Northern California, and like the first night I was here, I saw that movie, and I felt like all the funny bits were in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny. Like I don't know. Like I kind of wanted more of the Doc Brown stuff.
Oh, yeah,
like these
yeah.
super weird pop culture references. Not only was it a Back to the Future reference, but it was a Back to the Future 3 reference.
Yes.
That is
yes.
like even more niche.
Yeah.
But it was great.
I would have loved to have seen, the time machine and the steam train in the background of a couple shots or something, you know?
Oh God, that would have been great. Like just them traveling back in time
Yeah.
in the back of frame.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
That would have been
colored smoke.
so good. Oh yeah, that would have been great. I like Seth MacFarlane. I like him a lot, but I don't know. We'll see how Ted 2 does when that comes out. Was it this year? Is it this year?
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. I still haven't seen Ted, so we'll see.
I haven't managed to go see Dumb and Dumber 2.
I haven't seen that either. Dude, as film geeks, we're failing, man.
Yeah. We only watch the good stuff, so.
Apparently. Have you guys seen the third Hobbit yet?
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
Have you wait? Yeah. Oh, wait, something we've all seen? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed the Lord of the Rings movies, but I just... It seemed like they just went way too much with the CG in this series.
It was like watching a video game. It was super CG.
Do you think, I mean, I totally agree with you guys, but do you think like a lot of that had to do with just the fact that they're doing it at 48
Maybe.
frames?
Oh yeah, I think had it been done, I mean, I watched it projected at 48. So maybe projected at 24 would have looked a bit more real. Mm-hmm. Maybe. But
I got
mean,
to see the last one in 24 2D, so and I enjoyed it a lot better than the first one in 3D 48.
I saw this last one in like IMAX 3D 48 and it was good. The movie with the too many thes in it, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies.
I just like, my whole thing is like, I will never forget living for 3 years and experiencing every Christmas there's a new Lord of the Rings. And
Yeah.
they were gritty, they were super realistic because the graphics back then were great for their time. But then you're like, you think about when you watch these Hobbits and you're like, well, they got away with these epic large battles, they got away with like very macro like characters like Gollum. Why couldn't they get away with that with the Hobbit movies, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows? I think maybe a lot of it is that it's one giant expanded book.
Yeah.
And they just took the source material and just stretched it to its lengths, as far as it would go.
Yeah, and I think the epitome of like how much the CG sucked was in the third movie, the Dwarf King.
Yes, that's exactly
I'm just
where I was
like,
going.
why did you do that?
Billy
Connolly, yeah.
Billy Connolly's character.
Like,
yeah.
I love that.
Like-
I love that guy.
Like that.
he's fantastic.
He's not even acting in the entire movie. He just recorded his voice. Like,
Yeah, it's weird.
I
didn't understand that at all. I was like, wait, this guy. Like I was kind of like, I know this voice.
Yeah.
Yep.
That kind of looks like him. Oh God, wait, what? Why?
And did you notice a lot of the shots were kind of far away from him acting or while someone else was like when he's talking, the camera's on someone else, and
except for there's the shot at the end where what's his name who played the king, the dwarf king, starts with D.
Thorin.
Thorin. That's what I was supposed to do. There's a shot. Isn't there a shot where they hug at the end, like on the battlefield before Thorin goes up to the top of the ice?
I think so.
I want to say there was, and that was the one shot where there was like a live action person and then that full CG character right next to each other, and it looked like a real actor with a CG character. Like it didn't look like two real actors, which was super strange as to why they did it. Was Billy Connolly just not available?
I don't know. It's the same thing as like this is not even CG, but an American Sniper.
the baby.
The baby. Like,
Oh,
I heard about
God.
the baby.
Did you hear why that happened?
No.
Apparently, they had a baby that they were going to use, and they, for some reason, couldn't use it. They had a backup baby that they, for some reason, couldn't use. And so I guess they had a backup doll, and then they just used that.
No offense, but how hard is it if you're Clint Eastwood to be like, I need a baby.
Yeah.
Somebody get me a baby.
I don't even know.
Like, I feel like there's thousands of newly parented couples. Is that the right word? If Clint
That
Eastwood
would pay Clint Eastwood to put their kid in a movie.
They'd be like, wait, Bradley Cooper's going to hold my baby in a film directed by Clint Eastwood? Yeah, here, have it.
The baby has to be part of the Actors Guild, sorry.
Right, exactly. The baby needs a SAG card. Like,
Just a footprint inked on the contract.
oh my God. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know. Yeah, that scene was complete crap because of the baby.
Yeah.
That scene just didn't work because of the baby. It's super annoying.
There was a lot of things about that movie that kind of bugged me, but
I really liked that movie. I mean, as a movie in general, I really, really liked it.
it just wasn't shot well at all.
But the cinematography, was pretty off to me. And then the color correction was weird. It was like it was just really flat.
You see that Black Hat has completely flopped
Yeah.
over in your country.
I thought it was
your
going to.
Aussie star.
Is he like, made statues of him in Australia?
Well, not just yet. Not just yet.
No, just next to the Hugh Jackman and the
But like Michael Mann has kind of lost me since he's gone across to digital handycam footage.
Is that what that whole movie is? Is that whole movie?
Well, I guess
shot that way?
he did that with Miami Vice. He also did it with Public Enemies, and I really wanted to like Public Enemies, but just the way it was shot.
Did he do? He did. You said Miami Vice, right?
Yeah.
And then Public Enemies, and then he do the Tom Cruise one?
Collateral.
The Collateral. Yeah.
I liked Collateral.
And Heat.
Oh, Heat's in my top 5. So
yeah, Heat's amazing.
Yeah.
But like a Miami Vice, I didn't like at all. And then what was the other one? Public Enemies was all right.
I just didn't like the way it was shot, man. Like it was based back then,
Yeah.
but it looked like someone was running around with a news camera.
It kind of made me.
Filming it.
I honestly got distracted in the beginning of Public Enemies, though, when I can't remember the actor's name, but he plays Eddie Murphy's friend in Beverly Hills Cop. You know what I'm talking about? The one that gets murdered. That's like,
was it Judge Ryan? Oh no, okay.
No, the one that gets murdered. It's like the catalyst for Axel Foley going to Beverly Hills because he's in the beginning of Public Enemies and he dies within like the first 5 minutes of the movie. And I was like, this actor never gets a break.
Steven Seagal dying in the beginning, like the first 10 minutes of executive.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Executive decision.
And then it's
over
like
here
Kurt
it was
Russell.
called critical decision. Like, we don't know what executive means over here. What the hell?
Well, that's the same thing with Harry Potter. Harry Potter in America is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter in the UK is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
Like, Americans are like, what's the philosopher? I just don't get it. So I think gonna wrap up this first ever premiere episode of the Knockabout Podcast. This was fun. We should do this again.
This was fun.
So hopefully, I mean, this is the first time we've done this, so not a lot of things are known, but hopefully these shows will release, I'm thinking Fridays, potentially 2 times a month, and we'll go from there. And if I stop saying it'll be better, and we'll go from there. Everything will work out. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll add some other character here. Not that you guys weren't great, but we'll get some more people in. Check it out. We do have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ I believe it's Knockabout Show is what it is. Wade and I created that a long time ago. A little backstory, I guess, here at the end about how this podcast came to be. So Wade and I were trying to do this podcast, a year ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right? It was a while back. We actually recorded an episode that never went anywhere. But the idea of the title Knockabout and what that means. So Knockabout, in the U.S. at least, is a vaudevillian term for basically, it's like comedy. It's denoting a rough slapstick comedic performance. And then in Australia, Wade had mentioned that it was a term from like 40 years ago?
Yeah, just to like hang out. If you're going to go out and knock about with your mates, with your friends.
Right, exactly. And so we were kind of like, oh, okay, so it's got this comedic thing in the U.S. and it's got this hangout thing in Australia. So let's just do a podcast called Knockabout. It'll be a bunch of guys hanging out, but hopefully it's funny every once in a while.
Talking garbage and
just knocking about and talking about whatever, and hopefully it's funny. Now, granted, it's not denoting a rough slapstick comedic performance. However, it is funny. So hopefully, maybe not. So we'll be in iTunes for sure. There's going to be a YouTube video feed of the show for sure, and then we'll see where else we can get this show. But
awesome.
My name's Josh Quillin for Bryan Thayer and Wade Copson. Thank you for listening.
Cheers.
bye.